Nigerian army reacts to allegations of camping 3,000 Fulani men in barracks. Reactions have trailed the rumor that 3,000 Fulani men are taking shelter in the Okitipupa Army Barrack. The Nigerian army questioned the veracity of the report. The military has cautioned Nigerians against making unverifiable claims. So, the Nigerian army has dismissed claims by a legal practitioner, Wole Odushola, alleging that there are about 3,000 Fulani men taking shelter inside the Okitipupa Army Barrack in the local government area of Ondo State. The Punch reported that the lawyer made the allegation via social media on the 4th of May on Sunday. Okay. Odushola claimed that his independent findings show that the Fulani men have been given open land in the barracks to build shelters. So in his words, he says, I have carried out my independent findings and I have the following as facts and true that Hausas and Fulanis numbering over 3,000 are occupying the army barracks land and built houses there where they live. That the Fulanis and Hausas that we saw 4 days ago who were arrested and transported to Akure by Amotekun didn't come that day, but have been coming in batches before that day. That as of that day, Saturday, another set came and they are already in the army barracks. However, the spokesperson for the 32 Artillery Brigade of the Nigeria Army, Captain Ayorinde Omojokun, described the claim as fake news. He told the Punch that the army will invite the lawyer to the barracks over the allegation. Captain Omojokun said, it is fake news. We will invite the lawyer to barracks for his source. Meanwhile, the defense headquarters has warned soldiers and politicians against any plots to overthrow President Buhari's regime. Why would there be plots to overthrow his regime? Isn't he doing good? I don't understand. You're making it seem like as if, it's not far-fetched or it is not justified or it's not a thing. I mean, if he's doing good, then why do you think that there might be plots to overthrow the government? Well, the spokesperson for the DHQ, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, gave the warning in a statement issued in Abuja on Sunday. PR Nigeria reported. Nwachukwu said the military learnt about a statement suggesting that current political leadership should hand over power to the military for restructuring. Okay, now that is not going to happen. In other news, Senator Ali Ndume, the chairman of the Senate Committee in the Army, has opened up on the source of Boko Haram weapons frequently used to unleash terror. So that's basically not related. But yeah, so what do you think about this? Of course, this is sort of a mixture of a lot of things. So yeah, the Nigerian army reacts to the allegation of 3,000 Fulani headsmen camping in the barracks. Well, at the end of the day, it's not like as if Nigerians will see this news and be like, this is definitely fake. We don't believe this. Again, we understand there is a pattern of favoritism towards the Fulani headsmen. Obviously, in terms of just the lack of proactivity in bringing these people to justice and actually, making them face the wrath of the law. So again, when we see this news from a Nigerian perspective, we're not necessarily, so uptight against it and are like, oh my gosh, this is so inaccurate. It is not far-fetched, and it's not like as if you're gonna have Nigerians out here defending the Nigerian army. Absolutely not. I mean, they failed us so many times. Most recently, the SARS protest, and yeah. So yeah, I don't think that there's anything else to delve into, because at the end of the day, it is obvious that the army do not even care. But again, it's like, what is the claim? Like, why are you trying to debunk it? Not that they shouldn't, or they should never do things like that. But again, when it comes to protocol, they only follow protocol when it affects them, not necessarily the masses. So it's like, okay, now you're now telling me to feel sorry or to be, please. It's so sad. And on that note, of course, talking about how, allegedly there are rumors talking or brewing about how there's going to be an overthrow, or there are suggestions of overthrowing the Buhari regime. I mean, at the end of the day, our first reaction, you'd say, why not? But then again, if you now read if you continue, the sentence now says in replacement of the military regime, where power is handed over to the military, which, if that happens, there will most likely be an outbreak of anger. Let me say that. It's a euphemism for war, basically. But again, it's like, why at this point Nigerians are desperate for anything to happen. But I think Nigerians already know that, okay, the military regime is not for us. Absolutely not. I mean, you are just stripping away the power that actually are entitled to the people. So again, it's just like, again, you can't have rumors like this. But again, doesn't mean that Nigerians don't want change. Just because the option that was brewing was military regime does not mean that Nigerians do not want restructuring, or they do not want change, or that they don't want to scrap the whole Buhari regime because he's not being effective, he's not doing what he promised to do. I mean, that it could literally be a suit towards him based on deceit and lies to the Nigerian people. And basically that's it. So again, this Nigerian army thing, again, the Nigerian army is so compromised. Again, I'm talking generalization wise. I'm not saying that every single soldier is out for bad. But again, if you're gonna see how they're training you, one might say they might be conditioned not to care for the Nigerian people, and one might even say that their patterns and the way they rule is still very much similar to the way they were in the military regime, which shows, because again, at the end of the day, they were trained by the British, so that same system of hardship and inflicting hardship and that power that's over the people is still very much present. They might shape it as, okay, it's democracy, but it's very much present. However, the UK that sort of inflicted this sort of way of policing, they've also evolved in a lot of ways in terms of how they relate with their people. That's on the other hand. But again, if it comes to the conversation of the army, they're very much compromised. The trust is absolutely not there. So therefore they can't necessarily demand or want, the court of public, the court of public opinion to sort of sway the view of the army, because again, the people that are representing them are not doing good, the people that they represent are not doing good, and they themselves, well, by virtue of the orders given to them, which apparently they cannot, go against, they basically are doing what they're told to do. And of course, what they're told to do is not necessarily in line with, ethics, morals, and the betterment of the Nigerian people. So again, there might be alleged things against, the Nigerian army, but again, you would not find Nigerians coming to defend the Nigerian army, because again, that relationship has not, proven to be fruitful. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.